Okay, so the results are in as of Thursday. We just got it today. I'm at A Lab in the north end. It's actually, you can see a 3D printer here. It's a kind of makerspace at Red Door, but it's the lead results. And if you look right there, 133.7 versus 22, that's super high. That's like 57 times higher or something like that. Maybe not that high, but it's very, very high. That's all I can say right now. So I did the math earlier. What was it? 133.7. So they do basically milligrams per milliliter, if I remember correctly, which somehow that's equivalent to ppm, parts per million. And I said, 6 times. Okay, I was exaggerating earlier, but that's what it felt like to me. So, zinc was the one that was really high, like 54. So anyways, this was at the site that you've been seeing at Okable Land Village. And like I said, I felt there was a brick line. I also remember we're really close to the highway. So it's very likely that we're getting a lot of leaded, particulate matter gas, cars, the emissions coming from there. And then whatever else might have been there beforehand could have been heavy industry or, it was a commercial area. So, maybe it was a mechanic shop or whatever. And just a lot of other stuff going on in that strip of land. So, good thing we put in some beds that are lifting the soil and the plants away from it, and one of them is lined, so that's completely isolated. And then pretty much everything that we've got that's really going to be doing a lot of work in the area is going to be nightshades, which in some of the research we've been reading, I think this is one of them. It has low absorbance. Where is it? We're looking for tomatoes, red peppers, eggplants. These are all kind of in the same family, and if you look at this column is for lead versus the standard. They tend to absorb pretty low, like well below the national standard for uptake and absorbance. So anyways, there's some other references that I've been doing research on. I think this is a different paper. Anyways, so that's the news. So that's Ian Tran reacts to high lead count and other things in the report. So we're going to do some more research. One of the neat things is that Tess, our friend from Fungi Freights, shout out to you on the east side as well. She's sort of more by the river, but she worked with Southwest Detroit, somewhere, a community garden over there. And also her levels for lead and other heavy metals were way off the charts. So now it's not just a place in space, it's also, or in time, it's also like now you can compare data in space and everything else. And we are approaching it more to look at how do you transform the land. So even if we can't do food completely with a lot of the other exciting things, you can still do things to remediate the soil, and that's where our strategy still stands. And you want to plan big enough so that even if something unexpected like this happens, which we kind of expected, you can still keep moving forward. And this is what it looks like. The next step is reaching out to all these professors, and this is just U of M Dearborn. I'm just listing out that guy's current chair. He might not be the one to reach out to anyways. But, all these professors figure out, hey, I remember some of you were doing research in the area, and let's put together a team so that we can kind of connect the community with the institutions, as well as help accelerate how quickly everyone else can learn. So, and of course, solve some problems. So that's it.